What about you? This is Robbie from Premier Lawns. This is probably one of my most anticipated videos this year. We killed off the lawn, we're going to redo it. Stick around. This is part 3 of a series of videos on how to get rid of ugly grass. The first video I covered how to get rid of ugly grass without chemicals. The second part was we sprayed off this lawn. In this video I'll be installing a new lawn from scratch and covering everything from removing the old lawn to how to keep the birds off it once it's seeded and everything in between, so make sure you watch all the video. Right guys, double pass, 2 passes on a scarifier. We're going to clean this up now. We're just going to use the blower. If you don't have a blower, you can always use a rake. We've just raked it all up. A couple of bags full of waste. We'll have a look at the lawn here. We're starting to get down into it, so I'm going to run the scarifier over it another couple of times. We'll rake that up and then we'll start aerating. Alright guys, second double scarify done. We're starting to get down into it here. We'll just have a look. This lawn is actually built on 70-30. So what 70-30 is, 70 soil and 30 sand. I put this lawn in 20 years ago myself. It's really good for drainage. You never ever see any water lying on this lawn. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you smash that like button down below. Subscribe for more content like this. I post regular lawn care tips and tricks on bringing your lawn to the next level. We've done about 5 passes so far with the scarifier, and now we're starting into aerating. I'm probably just going to give it one more pass with the scarifier, and then we'll see where we're at. We've scarified this about 6 times now. We're going to clean all this off. Right guys, so while Daniel's just finishing off there, I'll talk you through the grass seed. So today we're going to be using them Platinum Fine Turf. So let's get the seed mixer up here. Does the camera focus on that? So we're using a very fine perennial ryegrass. We're using 2-inch fescue and we're using slender creeping red fescue. So I get an awful lot of questions about grass seed and choosing grass seed for your lawn and what's the best grass seed for my lawn. Choosing grass seed for your lawn isn't just a simple matter of picking one. A lot of people say to me, Robbie, what's the best grass seed for the UK? Doesn't really work like that. Yeah, you need to take into factor, we have a lot of trees around here, soil type, what height you're going to be cutting it with, what you're going to be cutting it with. There's a lot to consider. The seed mixture we've gone for today, it's going to tolerate close mowing. By what I mean by close mowing, if I decide to buy a cylinder mower, I'm going to be able to take this lawn down to about 10 mil comfortably with this grass seed. So a lot of people ask me about grass seed and do you get what you pay for? You 100% get what you pay for with grass seed. I've a blog especially for you guys. It's probably the most requested thing in the community chat in making this video. What grass seed are you going to use and why are you going to use it? If you want to learn about grass seed, read the blog and go to STRI website. The links are in the blog post and you can really knock yourself out and learn an awful lot about grass seed. you definitely get what you pay for. So look, I'm going to get back to work here. That's the grass seed out in the lawn. Now we're going to start top dressing now. I know a lot of you have a lot of questions over top dressing and what we're going to use. Today we're going for something pretty premium. We're going to be using Westland topsoil. You'll see this in other videos of mine. We use this quite a bit for lawn renovations. Using this here for a big lawn like this is quite expensive, an expensive way to do it. The reason we're doing this thing here, weed free, with soil, they heat soil up and it kills all the seeds in it. The trouble if you buy soil out of builders merchants, or if you buy soil out of a builders merchants, even if it's 70-30, chances are there's going to be some weed seeds in it. We've gone to a pretty big extreme here by killing off all the lawn. There's no point holding back now, so we're going for this stuff here. It is expensive, but it is an expensive way to do it. Many years ago as a young greenkeeper, I learned how to top dress greens by hand. So I'm just going to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. The trick is about getting the sand nice and flat on the shovel. And then it's all in the rest apparently. And just spreading it out. Giving it a splash. Pick it up, give it a shake, get it nice and level on the shovel, and then spread it out. So whenever the top dressing mix is dry, it's an awful lot easier to do this. One of the reasons, another reason again that I went for the bag stuff instead of 70-30, it's been very, very wet here the last couple of weeks. And I was scared if I went for 70-30, I would get a big bag of wet soil and sand, and that would be a complete nightmare to work with. So just as Daniel spreads the rest of this out here, and then I'll take the rake and any small piles, we'll move them about over into any low areas. This area here, I know the GoPro's not going to pick it up. This is quite low, so we're going to put a lot of extra soil through here. And then we'll have a bit of a dip running through here as well. I'm not going to, but if you wanted, I'm happy enough just to do it by my eye. You could run strings across the lawn, up and down and across, to get your levels. A good tool for this a landscaping rake. So, because it's got a big, long, wide area on it, it's really good for leveling areas out using the back of it. For an area that you've put a lot of soil into, the best thing to do to get it to compact down, you don't need any more than your heels. This weight here is perfect. Just call this a shuffle. Right guys, so we'll have that stood in. Now we just want to give it a good rake again. And then we're going to seed this again later. We'll have a high pile here, and it's a bit low behind me, so we're going to use this bit to pull it over. Bella there, working hard, aren't you, Bella? So, we'll have the seed down, and then we'll put the top dressing over the top of it. Some bits quite heavy, some bits we'll put on soil quite heavy over this area here. We're going to reseed or overseed it all again. and then we're going to get the mat out and we're going to dress it. I'm going to show you a good DIY mat that you can use for something like this yourself. Okay, so there we go, the second dusting the seed down. We're going to get the mat out now and we're going to run the mat over it a load of times. I'm going to show you a DIY mat. This here is called the drag mat, and it is literally just as the name suggests. We drag it over and it helps pull the soil into the low bits and pull it off the high bits. Now I realise a lot of guys won't have this, so I'm going to show you a DIY method. Now this way is a lot more work. We've just got a pallet and we've tied a bit of rope to it. So that's done a reasonably good job there. And that's all we're looking to do, it just levels out. The best time to do this is September. We get asked this constantly in the channel, when's the best time to seed? The reason September is so good, it's still warm in the evenings, there's no frost, and September is usually a lot damper than the rest of the year, and it means you don't have to spend as much time watering the lawn. Nature takes care of it for you, and it just works a lot better. You'll see this lawn should take in the next couple of weeks. A couple of things left. We're going to put the seaweed, emerald seaweed. Good that it's made here in Northern Ireland, good local produce. So we'll have our scarecrows installed. We'll have an Asda bag with Kingsmill. We shop everywhere with Spar, Dunn's bag, Lidl. Don't know what that bag is. To make a scarecrow's pretty handy. Now, if you really wanted to go to town, you could put a bit of string in between all these here, and on the string you could put some CDs or DVDs, and just the light reflecting off will keep the birds away, and this is a really good and easy way to make a scarecrow.